The NFL playoffs are officially here, and so with that being said, we're going to make a quick video here and talk about the NFL wildcard, and we're going to do our predictions in this video. Now, if you watched my college football video, you would know that I went 2 for 4 in the second round, so hopefully I can get these 2 right in the college football playoff. But let's see where I do with the wild card this year. One year I literally got the entire playoffs right, so let's see if I have that magic in me still. So drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into it. All right, so we're gonna start with the AFC. As you can see, I have it up here. The Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Texans have been really up and down this year, and the Chargers kind of the same, but I like LA in this game. I think I do like the Chargers a little bit better in this game. And at the start of the season, I thought the Texans were going to be Super Bowl contenders, but they just really haven't looked as good. And they're also battling some injuries here and there as well. So I'm going to choose the Los Angeles Chargers to win this game. Next here it has the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. I think personally this is going to be one of the best games in the first round, maybe even the best game in the first round. I'm looking at this game. Lamar Jackson has had his struggles against the Steelers, and although he was able to beat them this year, he has had his struggles against Pittsburgh, and I really truly believe this is going to be a great game, and it is going to be a huge game, not just because it's obviously a playoff game, but it's a huge game for Lamar to have to play the Steelers in the playoffs. That's going to be a big deal, but I have faith in Lamar this year, and I do think that the Ravens are going to get the Steelers. They're getting them at the best time. Pittsburgh has been reeling as of late. They've lost their last 4 in a row, I believe. So they're getting the Steelers at a great time, and I believe the Ravens are going to take advantage. And so I got the Baltimore Ravens advancing. For the next game, got the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. I think this is actually going to be a very underrated game. The Broncos are actually a pretty good team. Bo Nix has shocked a lot of people. He has the second most touchdowns by a rookie quarterback in NFL history with 29, only behind Justin Herbert, who had 31 his rookie year. So looking at things like that, and then just how good the defense is in Denver, I like this game a lot. I'm actually really looking forward to Denver and Buffalo. I think this is going to be a very underrated game, and it wouldn't shock me if this ended up being the best game. I think people are overlooking this matchup. This is a really good matchup, but ultimately I do have Josh Allen and the Bills winning. I think that's going to be a very shockingly close game. I don't think people are going to expect it to be. I think it's going to be a really close game, but I have the Bills winning this game by like 1 score, like a touchdown or maybe even just a field goal. So now we're going to jump into the NFC, and we're going to start with the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. So this is actually a pretty good matchup. I think this is a really good matchup. To be honest, I like all of these matchups a lot. I think these are very evenly matched games. I don't think we're going to see too many blowouts, and honestly, I think this year is going to be a great playoff. So Vikings and Rams, I like this matchup. The Rams have been kind of under the radar. They've been a good team. They had a rough start to the season, but I don't think a lot of people are really looking at the Los Angeles Rams. The Vikings have been talked about all year. They've been surprisingly really good. Hilarious that they're 14-3 and they're the 5th seed and have to go on the road. But ultimately, I am going to pick the Vikings. I still like them. I think it's going to be a close game against the Rams, but I do like the Minnesota Vikings in this game. Next, I've got the Washington Commanders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think this is a pretty evenly matched game. I think you got a young Washington Commanders team led by a rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels, and then you got Tampa Bay, who is around that same thing. But Washington won 12 games. They were surprisingly really good, but a lot of people will point out that, you know, they were up and down, really up and down against good teams. So Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield, they have a really good opportunity, and they get this game at home. I personally believe Tampa Bay, just because they're the more experienced team, I'm going to pick the Buccaneers to beat the Commanders. Maybe that's my first upset, but I think the Buccaneers are going to win this game. I think the Commanders are probably going to be favored coming in because I think talent-wise they're a better team, but I think Tampa Bay's experience is going to end up winning this game, and I think they're going to advance to the next round. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Packers are a very dangerous team, and when they're clicking, they are going to be dangerous, but they do have injuries. They've lost Jair Alexander and Christian Watson for the remainder of the season. They're not going to have either one of those players, and those are both key guys for their roster. Christian Watson is 3rd in receiving yards on the team, and Jair Alexander is their best defensive back. So it's going to be a very difficult, it's going to be a difficult task. I mean, the Packers literally are missing their best corner, and they're going up against Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. That is not fun. And then not only that, you've got to worry about Saquon Barkley. So I think Green Bay is still going to be throwing the ball because they still have their top two receiving weapons, but I think defensively it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. I can see this game being a shootout, and honestly I have the Eagles winning this game. I think they're going to end up pulling it out. They've been playing great football, and I just don't see the Packers without Jair Alexander being able to win this game, because their defense is going to need to play well for them to have any chance to beat the Eagles. So that means that my divisional round would be the Ravens and the Bills, which would be a crazy matchup. The Chargers and the Chiefs, the Bucks and the Eagles, and the Vikings and the Lions. I think this would be an incredible second round, and I think that everybody would agree that this is, I think this is a good set of picks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Drop a like on this video if you enjoy, subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.